Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, so it's been a while, let's just say a few months, maybe a month or so, but it's just because I know I went to Canada maybe in December, maybe not, I have no idea. I do not remember, but the last time you guys see me was when we went to Canada, and let's just say a lot has changed. First off, I got braces the day before Christmas, so yeah. But first things first, the reason for this video, I just found out I am pregnant, and that's why I am doing this video, because one, it will be my pregnancy journey, and two, it's just what I had to encounter when I found out I was pregnant, and it's just been very, very stressful. So I am just gonna have like a little story time talk about how I found out I was pregnant and what the doctor said and the things that I had to deal with. Let's get it. So it all started with my husband coming home from Japan. I don't know if my last video I told you guys that Gavin wasn't with us. He was in Japan for work, but he came back on January 4th, I believe, and our plan was to have another baby this year, just so the kids can be 2 years apart, because I would like to keep them 2 years apart if possible. So our plan was to get pregnant this year and try to buy a house this year. So a lot of things are supposed to happen this year, and anyways, he came home, we jumped on the love train, and we started to try to have a baby. And with my past miscarriages, I was told to stay as relaxed as possible. So after I got my son off the breast, which was the day Gavin came home, I started smoking again so I could stay relaxed. And I guess it helps, because that's why I got a positive pregnancy test. But anyways, we ended up having a ton of sex, and me being scared the way I am just because I have been smoking weed, I didn't want to do it when I was pregnant. So that's why I just kept taking a lot of pregnancy tests, even though there was no possibility of me getting pregnant that soon, especially like taking pregnancy tests a couple days after having sex. But that's just myself, like that's what I have to do to keep my body and my soul and my brain and everything sane, because yeah, I was smoking weed and I was just afraid to do that when I'm pregnant, just because of my miscarriages. But anyways, so I ended up buying like all these pregnancy tests off of Amazon. It was like the 30 pack for $7, and it's the little cheapo tests. And hey, if you're really pregnant, the thing should be positive, right? But I started taking those, and I just kept getting negatives, and I was like, okay, so I can keep smoking weed and working and all that. And up until I used my last test, which was that Friday before Super Bowl Sunday, and I just didn't have any more tests, and they all came out negative. So I was like, okay, so there's no way I'm pregnant or whatever. Until the day of Super Bowl Sunday, we went to a party with family friends, and we went to Fred Meyer's, just me and the girls, my sister-in-law and our close family friend Chelsea. I ended up wanting to get an expensive test, the first response one, the one that you can find out 6 days sooner, because I was supposed to start my period the next day. Oh yeah, after me and Gavin had sex, the first day he came back, I started my period that Monday or whatever. But anyways, so I was supposed to start my period the next day. So I was like, maybe I'm just going to take a test just in case. And I'll get an expensive one just in case. So I got the test. I went back to the house and I was already telling the girls, like, I know it's going to be a negative. I was taking all these tests. It's got to be a negative. Like, I'm good and all this kind of stuff. And deep down I knew I felt like I was pregnant just because I've been so moody. I just been so nauseous. I was just not myself. But then again, I was always off and on birth control to where I don't know if it effed up my, you know, my body, I guess. I have no idea. But I ended up going back to their house and something just told me to take the damn test because I kept telling them I wasn't going to do it. So I hid the test in my pocket so they didn't know I was going to take it. So I went to the bathroom. I went to pee because I really had to pee. And what do you know? I lifted it up. I actually have the test, okay? It was this test right here. So I went to pee on the stick. I lifted it up. And I was like, okay, whatever. I put it down and I was like, wait, what? It didn't even make the middle. Like, it didn't, like, even go to the next line. The first line popped up. Like, it was, like, you know, like, it was positive. I don't even know. There you go. Like, it was positive. And I was just like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, I was hoping for this answer. But then again, I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, right now? So I ended up leaving the bathroom and I was like so excited that I was so excited but so shocked. The only thing that came out of my mouth was, I'm fucking pregnant. And everybody's like, what? You're lying. So I ended up showing the test and they're like, it's very faint or whatever. It's not dark enough. I don't know. They're looking at the test like, I don't know. And I'm like, the line is right there. Like, you can see it. Because it hasn't even been 2 minutes or anything. It was literally like, it was only a few seconds. And I was just like, after that, I got a little too excited. I was running around the house just screaming. Like, I was just so excited. And I didn't believe it at the same time just because I was like, I took all these tests, and why wasn't the other ones like saying I was pregnant? So I ended up going back home. I took another round of first response the next day because I still didn't believe it. So I took it, and what do you know, positive. Still didn't believe it, okay? It's already Monday. I called my doctors and I told them that I took a pregnancy test. I took 2 of them and they all came out positive. And so they told me to come in and do a urine test and a blood test. And that's when I was like, why are you making me do a urine test? Because they've never done that to me before. All the pregnancy tests that I've ever got a positive on or anything like that, like, they made me go straight to do a blood test because, you know, like, it's faster. Like, why are they gonna waste time? But whatever. So they sent me to go do a urine test, and that is until Thursday. And with my mindset, I'm already like shocked, still in the like, just still don't believe that I am pregnant. So I ended up going to the dollar store and I ended up purchasing like all these pregnancy tests. Like I got like 15 of them and everything. I just couldn't believe it. So I took up to like 20 tests up until Thursday. So I only have like 7 right now, but these are 4 of the dollar store tests that I took, and they're all positives. Like, they're all positives, okay? So Thursday comes around the corner, and like, they made me do the urine test. It's 10:45 in the fucking morning. I didn't really eat. I didn't drink. I didn't even drink. Like, so it was a full bladder of pee, and I went to the bathroom and I used the restroom, and I'm standing on the side to wait for the test because I was just seeing the nurse, not the doctor. And she ended up pulling me and was like, come here. And she's looking at me like I'm fucking retarded. like I've never taken a pregnancy test before or anything like that. And she's like, look at this. And the fucking thing is negative, guys. The test is negative. So I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, I swear to God, I took like 20 pregnancy tests. I can show you the pictures. I can go to the store and get my own damn pregnancy test. Like, seriously, and they're all looking at me, like, asking me all these questions, like, how many tests did you take? Do you know when your last period was? Like, have you done this before? All this, just looking at me like I'm a retard. And at that point, I'm already flustered and exhausted and, like, just feeling so many emotions, to where she pulled me in the back and she's like, I'm just gonna make you do the blood test, just because I believe that you had a positive test, because I showed her the damn fucking pictures, guys. I showed her the pictures. And I'm like, I swear to God, like, I had all these positives. So I'm just crying. So I had to go next door to go take the blood test. And the people, when they saw me, they're like, oh, you're not excited about this and all this. And I'm like, it's not that I'm not excited. I am excited, but now I'm worried because my urine test just came back negative, and now I'm scared that I'm having a miscarriage or something, because I've had 2 miscarriages. So I ended up doing the damn blood test, and once I finished it, I walked out the door and, like, I could just feel the buildup of emotion that's coming out, and I couldn't even make it to my car. I ended up calling my husband because I just needed somebody to, like, just to hug or consult in, or vent to. And I'm just, like, bawling my eyes out, and I get to my car and I'm just like, I just need to see my sister. Like, I just need somebody, because my sister worked in the building close to where I was. So I just drove to her office, and just because I just needed, like, the composure and somebody to help me, because I just didn't want to go through that anymore. Like, I'm about to cry. But I didn't want to go through that anymore, and I didn't want to feel the feeling of a miscarriage anymore. I didn't want to take like, pills to force this baby that I want out of me, and I just didn't want to have to go through that, even though it was such an early miscarriage and everything like that. So it's an argument people will do, that a miscarriage is a miscarriage, and it does a lot to your body, and I don't think any woman should have to go through that kind of stuff, especially alone, because it is an awful feeling. And yeah, but I honestly, I just didn't want to add any more, like, footprints onto my arm. But anyways, back to the story. I got to my sister's office, and she's, like, trying to calm me down, and because once I saw her, I just bawled even more. She's like, what's wrong? Like, she had a client, and I was trying not to make it a big deal, so I ended up going in, walking quietly. She's like, go to the back. And we went to the back. She's like, was it a miscarriage? Like, did you miscarry? Like, what is the like, what's going on? And I told her the story, and she's like, well, at this point, you just gotta stay as calm as possible. Like, think as if you didn't miscarry or anything like that. Like, maybe you weren't pregnant. What if you did something that could have gave you a positive? But she's just trying to say all these things to make me, not go crazy and keep crying and stressing my body out, because after the blood test won't come until Monday, guys. It is Friday, and I won't know until Monday if I'm going crazy or not. So after dealing with my sister, I was like, I really need to take another pregnancy test, because I need to make myself feel sane, just because who wants to have that on their mind? Like, that is just going to stress me out even more, that they told me that it was a negative, even though they keep saying it could just be a false negative. But how come it's a false negative once I go to the damn doctors? Like, it's retarded. And it just made me feel some type of way, and I just wanted it, like, over. So I went to Safeway up the street to grab the little cheapo test. Okay, it was like, I think it was like $6 for 2 tests, whatever I could see, because Safeway be expensive no matter how cheap it is. Like, it is expensive. So I ended up paying like $6, $7 or whatever because that was the closest to me. And yeah, so I went to Safeway. I got a test. I got to my sister-in-law's house because I had to pick up my son, and I like walked into her door and I just started crying like, I just need to take another test because like this is fucking ridiculous. This is making me stress out even more. And I got to the bathroom. I pissed on the test because I really had to pee again. And what do you know? I pissed on the test and this isn't the one that I pissed on. The one I pissed on is in the car. This is the one I did later on in the night. But it looks exactly like this. What do you know? I pissed on it, okay? I pissed on it. This circle one, this big one, lit up like a fucking light bulb. It didn't even reach the second line. And it said positive. So I'm over here like, what the fuck is going on? Like, where is like, what do I think? What am I supposed to do? But I just know that I'm pregnant. I'm just really afraid that I am going to miscarry or anything like that, just because, you know, they just got me feeling some type of way. They got me thinking some type of way, and I just feel like they shouldn't do any urine tests. They should do straight blood work because that is the best answer. And now they charge me $30 for going into their fucking office, and it was a false. It was a false. Because it's a false, I have to pay the copay, which is $30. And I just feel like that's what they only did it for. They did it for the fucking money, and it fucking sucks. But long story short, after that, I can't say long story short. After that long ass motherfucking story that was all over the place, today is Friday. No, it's not. No, yes, it is. Today is fucking Friday, and I don't want to go to work tomorrow because people are going to look at me, and I'm going to want to cry because I told people at work that I'm pregnant, so I didn't have to lift a lot and like just over stress and overwork myself and try to stay as relaxed. And I just don't want to see them. I just want Monday to come around and I just want it to come around and tell me, and I just want to do an ultrasound, and I'm surprised they didn't want to do an ultrasound, but whatever. But anyways, if I do end up pregnant, I will have it in this video, of course. Maybe not. I'll probably have another video saying that I am actually pregnant, and I will be doing my weeklies on there, and I'm going to try to stick to it as much as I can. But we will see how that goes because I am very wishy-washy with videos, of course. But yeah, if you liked this video, thumbs up, thumbs down. If this ever happened to you, please leave a comment and tell me. I know I do not have a lot of people watching these videos, but like I said, this is for me, and you know, for the people who want to watch my journey. But it's mainly for me because I just like to watch myself and talk to myself. But yeah, so peace, guys.